Hello class. I always think about the times that I've heard people say that they can't change the world. I'm only one person, what can I do, they ask. Well, I'm here to tell you. At the end of my speech, you will be able to identify the benefits and the need to practice random acts of kindness and learn that by doing so, it can help change the world, one person at a time. By doing this, we can create a global motion of altruism which can help us all attain true happiness while changing the world for the better. Let's take the example of two high school students, Mike and Kyle, both of them walking home from school, one on each side of the sidewalk. Kyle's carrying all his books with him. Mike witnesses a gang of kids run by him, knock down all his books, and leave him in the mud. Mike doesn't just walk by, he runs over to Kyle. He gives him a helping hand, he picks up his books, and not just that, he walks him home and invites him to be his friend. What a difference he made in Kyle's life. They were friends for the rest of high school. The day of the speech, Kyle was selected to give the valedictorian speech. He thanked his parents, he thanked God, but he thanked his friend Mike. Do you know what he said to Mike? I want to thank you for being my friend, for being kind to me. Because that day that you saw me walking home with all the books in my locker, I was on my way to commit suicide. That's right. I didn't want to leave the books in the locker because I didn't want my mom to have to clean out my locker after I had committed suicide. The importance here is that Mike saved Kyle's life with a small, random, seemingly unimportant act of kindness. Let's relate this to our lives. How many times have any of you stopped to help someone pick up their books? I've always been interested in random acts of kindness and have witnessed the positive effect that it has had on everyone around me by performing them. The beauty in these random acts of kindness is that it can brighten someone's day. It can change someone's life. It can change the world, one person at a time. Random acts of kindness are essential to our well-being. They liberate us from self-obsession, selfishness, and isolation. True generosity is giving without expectation, with no need to be repaid. Can you imagine a world where no one gave to each other? This would surely be an unhappy place to live. Studies show that we cannot be happy without being kind. Look around. Everyone around us is having a bad day. They're in need. Nowadays, people have become very unhappy. With everything that is happening around us, it would not be a surprise if people just gave up hoping for a happy and bright future. An estimated 1 in 10 U.S. adults report depression. 43% of American adults lie awake each night because of stress. Yet think about the way we behave. We find it easy to look past the beggar or the disabled person. We avoid contact with the person on the street corner holding a sign. We drive right past the car that is broken and don't even think twice about it. Our own acts can change the life of a person who is in a struggle. If we stop to give the beggar something to eat, if we help the disabled person, we help the car that's broken down. I understand, as students, as parents, full-time workers, it is very easy to get consumed by the stress and deadlines of our everyday life. Sadly, we forget to take the time to compliment others and to help those in need. Simply put, we forget to be kind. Too often we're in such a hurry that we do not realize when we pass someone by that needs help. And if we do notice, we just keep going. Think about a time you needed help and you didn't get it. How did you feel? I'm sure you felt unhappy. And guess what? If you're unhappy, you'll make those around you unhappy. For instance, a parent having a bad day may yell at their child. The child may go to school and yell at their friend. That friend yells at his or her friend, and it becomes a chain reaction. The good news is that there is a way to break this chain. The smallest effort can stop this chain reaction in its tracks and even reverse it, and every one of you can do it. There are many examples of ways that you could perform a random act of kindness. Hold the door open, give someone your seat, smile at someone, leave them a good tip, Just think of the things you can do today and how satisfied you will feel after doing them. We all have heard the saying, you receive what you give. If you give kindness, you will get kindness. You will create a chain reaction, and one act of kindness will lead to another. For example, your employer commends you on the efficiency in getting the project done in record time. With that boost of confidence, you run home and you thank your spouse for cooking dinner last night while you were working on the project. He or she will compliment a friend, and so on. And just to think, it all started with your employer's comment. Now that you know how you can use random acts of kindness every day to benefit yourself and everyone around you, imagine yourself doing it every day. Imagine yourself thanking your professor for spending extra time with you after class to help you understand a theory. How would that make him or her feel? Probably terrific. He or she will most likely go out of her way in the next class to make sure everybody understands things better. Imagine commenting on how beautiful someone looks today or how their eyes sparkle, only to find out later that you saved his or her life as they were battling deep depression. There are no negative effects in being kind. It does not cost anything to be kind. Let's admit it. When we compliment someone or lend a helping hand, we feel good about ourselves. But don't just think about what you can do. Go do it. Don't underestimate the influence you have on people's lives. Perhaps we will never know just how much impact our lives have on the world. One day it would be amazing to see every life that was different as a result of us being in it. Performing random acts of kindness makes you an example of what is possible. You become an inspiration, opening the awareness to others of their own potential. According to William Wordsworth, nameless, unremembered acts of kindness are the best portion of a person's life. Go out and demonstrate it in every way you can. To facilitate your journey of making a difference in the world, I would like to invite you to visit the Random Acts of Kindness Foundation at www.randomactsofkindness.org. This site inspires people to practice kindness and pass it on to others. Who knows? The world may slowly become a better place because of a single act of random kindness that you started. At the end of the day, class, as Mahatma Gandhi said, we must be the change that we wish to see in the world. A tiny change today in the form of a random act of kindness has the potential to bring a drastically different tomorrow to us all. Thank you.